I think we can do it again. Thank you very much, Madam Registrar, for the purpose of today's gathering. Before I go on to acknowledge our dignitaries, we'll have to do a little bit of juggling around. I'd like to invite the Directors of Education to kindly join the Vice Chancellor and his team up on the dais. The Director of STEM GES, if you are here, the Eastern Regional SHEP Coordinator, the representative of the Director of TVET. If you are here, kindly join our Vice Chancellor up on the dais. Please kindly join them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Um, Thank you all very much for your patience and for settling. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Paramount Chief of Yilo Krobo. He's in the person of Oklepeme Nue Anoba Sasraku II, his queen mothers and his other chiefs. Thank you all for coming. Let's give them a round of applause. You're welcome, sir. I also like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Godfred Caesar. He's the Eastern Regional SHEP Coordinator. He's here with us. Mr. Moses Kobla Joshua. He's the representative of the Eastern Regional Coordinating Director. Joshua. Thank you, sir. I also like to acknowledge the presence of Madam Harriet Lomote, the Municipal Director of Education, Shai Osudoku, if she's here. Honorable Stephen Amanopal, if you're here, please, sir. Okay, not yet. So I have also Engineer Ayete Eric. You're welcome, sir. I also have Mr. Felix Deborah Darlington, Eastern Regional Health and Sanitation Officer. You're welcome, sir. I have the Assistant Eastern Regional EPA Programs Officer, Mr. Paul Edujemfi. Mr. Paul Edujemfi. Okay. So I come in-house, and I also like to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Professor Eric Nyako Samson, to today's program, as well as our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Edward Yafi Deborah, and the registrar herself. She's already spoken, but I still welcome you, ma'am. Okay. For every program, we have a chairperson, and today's chairperson is going to be introduced by Dr. Angela A.C. Ado, lecturer, School of Natural and
Good morning to everyone. I'd like to stand on earlier protocols already mentioned, and also would like to welcome each and everyone here, especially our students who have smiling faces. It's a great honor and pleasure to be called upon to introduce the chairperson for today's program. In fact, you all agree with me that for such a program, we need somebody who has the students at heart. Chancellor of the University of Environment and Sustainable Development, Professor Eric Nyako Samson, who is a professor in guidance and counseling, and you believe that he has the students at heart, and therefore he qualifies to be the chairman for this August occasion. So, Professor Eric Nyako Samson is our chairman, and then I'll urge all of us to give him the necessary audience. So, Prof. Chair, please, these are your audience, and then I welcome you to the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Isiado. I like
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would like to associate myself. You think I'm going to say what I said last Friday? Okay, since you think so, let me say. I like to associate myself with what the immediate past speaker associated herself with. But kindly permit me to mention one of the great friends and support of this university, the paramount chief of Hilo Krobo, Dr. Implementation, as the registrar said earlier, took place last year on a pilot basis with 5 schools with pupils of the upper primary participating. This year, we began with 50 junior high schools from districts in the eastern region and parts of the greater Accra and Volta regions. The theme for this year's competition, Plastic Recovery Project, Innovation for Environmental Sustainability and Stewardship, challenges us to think creatively and harness the power of innovation to address the critical issue of plastic waste that threatens our environment. And I believe we're on the right path by tapping into the talents of these young persons. According to the United Nations, more than 90% of all birds and fish generations, these young ones who we are working with, we must reduce, reuse, rethink, and redesign to beat plastic pollution. Going round this morning, I was filled with admiration and pride as I witnessed the creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, and collaborative skills displayed by the students of the participating schools throughout this year's challenge and the kind of innovative artifacts they have produced. And I already have a bed there, a bed made of plastics. You all saw the bed. Yes, that bed is going to be confiscated and directed to the vice chancellor's. Okay, some are saying office, some are saying house. I sleep in the house, so it will go to the house. We gather here today to acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of these participating schools and to reward students who have excelled in devising innovations for environmental sustainability and stewardship in the plastics recovery project. To the students, I urge you to continue exploring innovative solutions, to question the status quo, and to embrace the challenges that lie ahead. You are the future leaders. I remember telling a few of them that we will leave this earth for them. And so it's about how they create this earth, what things they think about to make this earth livable for them that will get them going. You are the future leaders, scientists, and entrepreneurs who will shape our world. To the teachers and mentors, I express my heartfelt gratitude to you for nurturing and guiding our students along this path of sustainable development. Your dedication and passion are instrumental in shaping their minds and instilling in them a sense of responsibility towards our environment. Your efforts are truly commendable, and as an academic institution, we stand ready to build strong relationships with our stakeholders to create a sustainable. I met her last week at a program, last week, Saturday. And after the program, she came to me and said, Prof, I received your notice. I said, yes, you have to come. And she said, I will come. And so his contribution in the conversation on how young persons can be involved in securing the environment. And that is what our motto as a university is. In last year's, I, as a psychologist, was quite intrigued to see young people from class 4, 5, and 6. We said, tell us your environment, where you live, what is happening there that you don't like, and tell us how you think these things can be resolved. If you want to write an essay, write an essay. If you want to prepare an artifact, do so. If you want to draw, draw. And last year, on the walls of this hall, you will find wonderful things by these young people, classes 4 to 6. And so that encouraged us to continue to do it and to move it higher. And so as an academic institution, we stand ready to build strong relationships with stakeholders to create a sustainable future for the young ones. Finally, I would like to extend my gratitude to the organizing unit, the community engagements, projects, and innovations units, to the selection and assessment committee led by or chaired by Dr. Tracy Fleming, and to all who contributed financially, especially staff of this university, and by their skills and talents to the success of this event. Last night, the members of the organizing units were here till about 8:30 p.m. trying to put this place in shape. Can we clap for them? Your hard work and commitment have made this day possible, and I thank you for your invaluable support. It's only one school that can be first. Others, one can be second, one can be third. But the information I have is that all the 50 schools are going to receive certificates of participation. So whether you are called a winner or not, we are all winners because we participated in getting this thing done. I wish to congratulate all the participants and the participating schools. We'll go out for the exhibition. And I like what I saw this morning, the little that I saw. Then these young students explaining to me how the things were done and what is supposed to do and the science behind what they have done, which makes me believe that when they are given the chance, they can do exploit. I congratulate the teachers as well and the district directors. Some of you opened your doors to us. In our first contact with you, you opened your doors to us. You welcomed us, you embraced us, you gave us suggestions, and you asked your schools to participate. I would also like to use this opportunity to call on individuals and organizations for sponsorships for these programs. As I indicated, some of the things or most of the things we are seeing are funded by workers of this university. when members of the unit decided to do door-to-door, door-to-door collection. With sheets. So if you take, you write your name, how much? Kofi Mensah, 10 CDs. Ajwa Mansa, 20 CDs. AJ Son, 30 CDs. So they contributed to have this. We also have the regional minister donating a desktop computer to us, which he is bringing along. We decided not to go to our two friends. We have two good friends, Nene and Nene. Nene Oklepeme and Nene Dr. Tepete. I told Dan, have you gone to them? Daniel said, Daniel is the head of the unit. He said, Prof, these two, we have been pulling them. So this one, can we spare them? So we decided to spare you this year. So having spared you this year, it means next year we are coming. So please save what we didn't take this year, and then you add it to what you give us next year. So next year's will be double, double. We thank you so much. And we're also open to receive sponsorships from organizations and individuals that can donate to these young ones. We want to encourage them to think, so we need things that will get them to think so that we'll be able to do what we are supposed to do. All right. Now, before I welcome you, you're already seated, but Honorable Bismarck is here. Bismarck Nyaku Tete. He's a member of parliament for Upper Menya. And we didn't come to you. Yes, so we are storing them. We are storing them. So as we have said to Nene, same we convey to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to welcome you to the second Development Challenge Awards ceremony by the University of Environment and Sustainable Development, Somenya. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Victoria Education Unit GES. Please let's welcome her too. Madam, you're welcome. We'll have messages from our paramount chief, in the person of Oklepeme Nue Anobasa Shaku II. Sir. Yes. Please, can I get another microphone?
Hello. Hello. As Madam Registrar said, I think the sound is not. Hello. We have kids and youth among us, so if we are making some responses, we have to hear it very high. Hello. Thank you very much. Professor Chair, Madam Registrar, our Honorable MP, Pro Vice, Rep of the Regional Minister, other dignitaries, and my chiefs and queen mothers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very much honored to be part of this occasion. Last year I was supposed to be here, but unfortunately I could not make it. But thanks be to God that this year I could be here by His grace. Professor Chair, I'm so much delighted, and I don't know what to say to describe this vision of yours with your team and your selflessness to ensure that the university have a very effective relationship with the communities that this environment is within. And you have done well that anything that you should do, you involve the community to be part of it, to ensure that you impact the community, not just having whatever will make your work successful, so that when you leave here, they will say that you have a successful work, but to ensure that the environment and the citizens of this community have a feel of the university. I really appreciate you for that. And I'll continue to say that we'll go on to support you. Tell your team not to worry. Anytime you need our support as chiefs and queen mothers and the people of Yilo, Manya, Shao, Sudoku, and the other environs, we are ready to support you and your team. Yes, I have been having some informal communication with some of your team members, and I'm aware as to the weak commitment of those who we expect to be committed to your work. It's very unfortunate the Honorable Minister is not here, but as his rep is here, he will carry the message to him that the government reps within these jurisdictions, they are not helping you, which is very sad. So, Madam, as you are looking at my face, please take note of this and let the Honorable Minister be aware, because there have been so many functions that they invite the MCs, they don't come. There have been so many things they do, they invite them, they don't come. I'm aware. They don't come, which is very, very bad. It's very bad, which they have to stop. Because we have about 3 MPs. If we should not take Shao Sudoku, Manya has 2 MPs, we have 1, which we are the closest to the university. But none of them are, it's only 1 that is here. Yes, 2 of them are not here, which is also bad. Shao Sudoku too, they are not here. And I know they'll be invited. So, Honorable MP, please tell your colleagues that they should be kind. We need them here. Because as Madam Registrar quoted from Nelson Mandela, yes, education can change the world. But if those who are educated are not given the platform to exhibit what they have been educated on, the world cannot be changed. And if you are the lawmakers, and by God's grace, we have a vice chancellor with his team, and they are creating this. Look at what it is. They have to use their own money to support this. Going to we, the chiefs, and you are collecting the revenue within the community. We don't collect revenue. You are collecting the revenue within the community. And they are coming to us. And they've generation after them. And this is one of the things which will help us so much, because if they know how to to, excuse me to say, turn around our mismanagement of the environment to their benefit, which will not impact negatively on them, I think it will do us very much good. And that is what you have started doing for us. And I'll also congratulate the participating schools for putting in this much effort, for coming out with such innovation, creativity, and skills by using plastic to reform and going to help us to manage our environment. But Professor Cha, one thing that uh, I will urge you to do, which we are ready to support, is what is the way forward? After these innovations, inventions, what are we going to do? Yes, I appreciate that this should go to your house, that like the plastic bed should go to your house. But after this one goes to your house, the one who bred that, what are we going to do for him or her to be producing more so that some of us will have some to be sleeping on? So please let us come together and see how best we can create this as an intellectual property that it will go a long way to generate employment and revenue for these kids in the future and for the state as a whole. Thank you very much, and God bless you for this.
Please, let's do it one more time for Nene. Thank you so much for your solidarity message. At this point, I would like to call on Mrs. Olivia Sewa Opari. She will give us her message as well. Please, let's welcome her.
Thank you very much, Madam. Professor Chair, Nananom and Queen Mothers present, directors present, distinguished guests, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, my dear learners, all other protocols duly observed. Good morning to you all. Thank you. I bring you warm regards from Dr. Eric Nkansa, the Director General of the Ghana Education Service. It is my pleasure to be here today representing the Ghana Education Service at the awards ceremony of the University of Environment and Sustainable Development Community Development Challenge 2022, and of course the second edition. I am truly impressed by the outstanding work and dedication demonstrated by the participants of this challenge. Your projects have shown a deep understanding and the challenges facing our communities and the urgent need for sustainable solutions. As we all know, education is a key component of sustainable development. It is through education that we can equip our young people with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to address the complex challenges facing our communities and the world at large. That is why initiatives such as the Community Development Challenge are so important. They provide a platform for young people to engage with their communities, identify pressing issues, and develop innovative solutions that promote sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate all the participants of this challenge for their hard work and dedication. Your projects are a testament to the power of education and the potential of our young people to drive positive change. I would also like to thank the University of Environment and Sustainable Development for organizing this challenge and for their commitment to promoting sustainable development in Ghana. Finally, I urge all of us to continue to support initiatives that promote education and sustainable development in our communities. Together, we can build a brighter future for all Ghanaians. I thank you all for your prompt attention. Thank you so much. Professor Che, I think I have to react to what Nene said concerning what happens to the projects. I'm happy to announce to you that the Minister for Education, we all know his agenda. He loves STEM education so much. And what these our younger ones have done is in line with the SDGs. Therefore, as a center that is in charge for STEM education, we are going to take it up as part of our national activity. Thank you. We will have further communication with authorities and we'll see how we can engage all the projects in our fast approaching national STEM fair. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, madam. We'll take another solidarity message from Honorable Bismarck Nyakotete, the Upper Menya MP. Upper Menya MP. Please let's welcome him.
Thank you so much. Professor Chair, Neneme, I request of Vice Chancellor for some time now. He has invited me to many programs. Unfortunately, I have not been able to attend uh, because of parliamentary duties. And I'm sure that is why my other colleagues are also not here. I must say, I spoke with Honorable Nyakote yesterday in the night about this program. He wished to be here. He asked me to tell you, Nene, that he loved to be here, but other parliamentary duties, the reasons why you and your children voted for him, he's also attending to those ones. And I'm sure the school will end up benefiting. I can attest to the fact that yes, Wednesday or Thursday, Honorable Nyakote spoke well about water to these institutions in Parliament. The videos are there, and I'm sure the MP is thinking about you. For that matter, on my behalf, representing him as well, so that whatever message you have given, I'll take his share to him. I believe he'll be a good. That one can write so many paragraphs and produce bigger and fat theses and dissertations. Then you are a scholar. So I am extremely happy when this institution has come here. In fact, this school has demonstrated that they are not following the status quo. And you have entered into our communities and you are making this school a household school. And that is why we are so happy to be with you. In spite of all the engagements, thank you. in spite of all the engagement we have in parliament that should have prevented me for this one, I decided to come so that we can encourage our young ones. I know that the government is committed to promoting this kind of programs. I am not a government official, so I'm not speaking for government. But what I know as a legislator is that we want education to be more practical than the previous theory, reading, and producing a lot of books. I used to work with Ghana Atomic Energy Commission. And then those days when you go there, you become a professor. That means 12 years so that your agenda will affect our people. And this is the reason why I want to encourage you, all students, especially those who are winning the awards. This is not the end. This is just to motivate you to know that you can do more. And the staff are ready to help you. Your MP is also ready to help you. The government is also ready to help you. We are to help you because I read that it's like when we refuse to educate you, the young ones today, the price we stand to pay some 10 years to come will be more than the free SHS that we think we are spending so much on. And that is why we must take education so seriously. And I want to encourage the staff that we are with you. We can't do much and we can't pay you. Gone are the days that teachers' reward is in heaven. But this time around, we expect the reward some on earth so that the heavenly ones too will be given to you. I'm sure that your portion on earth, you will have it before you go. So, Professor Chairperson, I thank you so much for the opportunity and for listening to me, all of you for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll have a brief from interlude from our drummers outside. This is just to give ourselves a few minutes break, and then we'll take the speech of the Eastern Regional Minister. Thank you. Quantum from Beaters outside. Our drummers have done excitingly well. That was beautiful. Before we go on, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our JICA volunteers who are in our midst. We have Makokoto. She is stationed at the Adan West region, in the Greater Accra area, right? Okay. And then I have Chie Uchikata. She is stationed at the Lower Manya Krobo GES. She's at the back. Please let's welcome them. Thank you very much for coming. I would like to call on the Eastern Regional Representative in the person of Mrs. Vera Namle Alute to give us his speech. Please let's welcome her.
Good morning. Professor Chair, Neneme Name, kindly permit me to ride on the existing protocols already observed and humbly apologize on behalf of our regional minister. He was called on this morning for an emergency in Accra, equally important. So he's very sorry he's not here in person, but I'm here to represent him. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Nene Sakite II, the President of the Eastern Regional House of Chiefs and Kono of Lower Manya Krobo, Nene Sasraku II, Kono of Yilo Krobo, Council Chair of UESD, the Vice Chancellor, Acting Pro Vice Chancellor, Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Director General Covet Registrar, District Directors of Education present, heads and teachers of participating schools, staff and students of UESD, distinguished invited guests, the media, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted and privileged to be part of the award ceremony of the University of Environment and Sustainable Development Community Development Challenge in the year 2023 here in Somanya. Let me first take this opportunity to extend to you greetings from the Regional Coordinating Council, the chiefs and the good people of Koforidua. Indeed, I thank you for the invitation to this memorable occasion. We have gathered here today to celebrate and recognize the outstanding efforts put forth by students in our junior high schools in the pursuit of environmental sustainability and stewardship. Mr. Chairman, the theme for this competition, the Plastics Recovery Project, Innovation for Environmental Sustainability and Stewardship, is very apt and relevant as it resonates with the challenges we face in our region and beyond. Plastic pollution has emerged as one of the most pressing environmental issues of our time. It threatens our ecosystems, endangers our wildlife, and poses serious risk to human health. Even though one of the 17 SDGs has plastic pollution as its main theme, there is a clear relationship between the SDGs and the need to curb plastic pollution. The United Nations Environmental Programme, named the Plastic Soup Foundation, an accredited NGO based in the Netherlands and founded in February 2011, has highlighted the relationships among several SDGs. Just to mention a few. SDG 3, good health and well-being. SDG 6, clean water and sanitation. SDG 11, sustainable cities and communities. SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. SDG 13, climate action. SDG 14, life below water, that is, the protection of the seas and our oceans. SDG 15, life on land, restore ecosystem and preserve diversity. Distinguished invited guests, plastic pollution is linked to the SDGs, and given the fact that plastic and plastic waste are predominant in our part of the world, the diverse negative impact of its sustainability, it is appropriate that participating schools in the Eastern region adopt proper and rigorous measures to combat this menace. I am reliably informed that we are not here to dwell solely on the problem, but to celebrate the incredible initiatives and innovative solutions that have emerged from our own communities. The UESD Community Development Challenge has provided a platform for individuals, schools, and organizations to showcase their commitment to combat plastic pollution head-on. I am truly inspired by the remarkable projects that have been presented throughout this presentation. The creativity, the passion, the determination displayed by our participants are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of our children. It is my hope that from the outcome of this competition, each project will represent a powerful step towards a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future. The Plastic Recovery Project is not just about removing plastic waste from our surroundings. It is about instilling a sense of environmental stewardship in our communities. It is about educating our youth on the importance of responsible consumption and waste management, which will be passed on to the future generation for its sustainability. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm still representing the minister. As minister in charge of this region, I am proud to see our region leading the way in addressing this critical issue. The projects presented here today are not just isolated efforts. They are building blocks for a more comprehensive and coordinated approach to environmental conservation. They are shining examples of what can be achieved when we come together, united by a shared vision of a cleaner and healthier environment. The environment and sanitation sectors are undoubtedly one of the priority areas of the government, serve as an inspiration to us all. Mr. Chair, on this note, let us remember that our work does not end here. The Plastic Recovery Project is just the beginning of a life for each and every one of us to embrace our roles as custodians of the environment. Together, we can create a future where plastic pollution will be a thing of the past. And our region, the Eastern region, will shine as a beacon of environmental stewardship, with the University of Environment and Sustainable Development leading the way. I wish to call on all stakeholders to assist to sustain this project by sponsoring aspects of it. Let us continue our journey towards a greener, cleaner, and more sustainable environment. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Alute, for the minister's speech. At this point, I would like to call on Dr. Tracy Keith Fleming, who is going to give us a report on how the whole selection process went to have the number of schools we have. Please, let's welcome Dr. Fleming.
Good morning. I stand on existing protocols. I've been tasked with giving you a report of our committee duties in about 5 minutes. So again, I greet you. My name is Dr. Tracy Keith Fleming. I'm also known as Dr. Mankutam. I am a senior lecturer of African Studies in the Department of General Studies at the University of Environment and Sustainable Development, also known as UESD. It has been a pleasure to serve as the chairman of the UESD Community Development Selection and Assessment Committee for the 2023 edition that was organized by the Community Engagement Projects and Innovations Unit under the Office of the Vice Chancellor of UESD. Our 5-member selection and assessment committee was composed of Dr. Angela Ayisi-Addo, who is a lecturer in the Department of Sustainable Development and Policy at UESD. Dr. Ayisi-Addo, can you stand so we can acknowledge you? Dr. Lloyd Larby, a lecturer in the Department of Environmental Science and Education at UESD. Dr. Larby. Mr. Godfred Caesar, the Eastern Regional School Health Education Program Coordinator of the Ghana Education Service. And finally, Mr. Jedediah Coomson, a Senior Administrative Assistant, as well as a Research and Innovation Officer in the Community Engagement Projects and Innovation Unit at UESD. Mr. Coomson, I think he is outside. Our committee was established to evaluate and select community development projects submitted for the UESD Community Development Challenge. The committee held a series of meetings to review and assess the project entries, provide feedback, and make final decisions on the selection of the most promising projects. The criteria for judging essays included the following. First, we look at content. This included relevance to the theme as well as comprehensiveness. We then looked at organization, which included clarity of thoughts and creativity. Finally, we focused on mechanics. This includes punctuation, spelling, capitalization, and grammar. In regard to the criteria for judging innovative crafts or products, we looked at design or qualities and principles of designs. This included issues of balance, proportion, and focal point. We also looked at the project's appropriateness to the skill level of participants. Thirdly, we assessed creativity. Fourthly, we looked at the use of materials and/or color. And finally, we focused on overall neatness and presentation of the finished products. The criteria for judging posters and illustrative diagrams were similar to the previous criteria. Again, they focused on first, design, second, skill level of participant, third, creativity, fourth, appropriate use of materials and/or color, and finally, again, the overall neatness and presentation of the finished product. The UESD Community Development Challenge Selection and Assessment Committee successfully completed the assessment and selection process for the community development projects. The committee members dedicated their time and expertise to review the submissions, provide feedback, and make informed decisions. The selected projects demonstrate the commitment to environmental sustainability and stewardship. And stewardship, for the sake of our students, is simply the responsibility of looking after something such as property, or in our case, the environment, specifically focusing on the plastic recovery project. Committee's efforts contribute to UESD's objective of promoting sustainable development practices within communities. Based on the committee's experience, the following recommendations are proposed for future editions of the UESD Community Development Challenge. Number one, The committee strongly recommends that essays be handwritten in order to encourage individual expression. Handwritten essays allow students to express their thoughts and ideas in a unique and personal manner. It provides an opportunity for students to showcase their handwriting skills, creativity, and individuality, which adds a distinct touch to their work. Number two, we also recommend that participants ensure precision and accuracy in their measurements and maintain symmetry or evenness in their projects. This will enhance the technical quality of the exhibits and demonstrate attention to detail, contributing to the overall evaluation and assessment process. Number three, proper labeling of artifacts. To improve the exhibition experience, it is recommended that all artifacts be placed at vantage points and well labeled. Clear and informative labels will provide visitors and evaluators with relevant information, allowing them to understand the significance, historical context, and details associated with each exhibit. Number four, involvement of regional environmental officers. Regional environmental officers should be actively involved in the program. Their expertise and guidance can contribute to the educational aspects of the exhibits and provide valuable insights on environmental conservation. Collaborating with these officers will strengthen the program's impact and raise awareness about environmental issues among the participants. Five, the committee recommends the exploration of additional avenues to showcase the completed projects, such as exhibitions or online platforms, to inspire and motivate other communities. And finally, we encourage broader community engagement and collaboration to maximize the impact of the selected projects. Now, addressing these recommendations will contribute to the success and effectiveness of future UESD Community Development Challenge competitions. By implementing these suggestions, the program can promote student engagement, creativity, environmental awareness, and community involvement, resulting in a more enriching and impactful experience for all stakeholders. The committee looks forward to witnessing the implementation and success of selected community development projects and remains committed to supporting future initiatives aimed at environmental sustainability and stewardship. Given that our focus today is on our greatest asset, our young people, I would like to conclude in the words of the first president of Ghana, Asajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who commemorated World Youth Day in Accra on the 23rd of April in 1963, in the following inspiring words that remain relevant now. Quote, to the youth of Ghana, if we are to succeed in our endeavors, the youth of today must cultivate the virtues which we expect of Africa's new man and woman. Our young must be strong, of good character, of great moral courage, humble, hardworking, polite, responsible, reliable, and scrupulously honest. These are the virtues on which we can build Ghana and make it a prosperous and happy place to live in. Go forward and march together in unity and strength as one family and one people. Thank you very much.
Dr. Fleming and team, you've done extensive work on this assessment. Thank you all very much for your hard work. We appreciate it. I'd like to acknowledge also the presence of Mr. Thomas Kolote. He's from Zoom Lion Foundation. Mr. Thomas Collins, are you here? May I see you? At the back. Thank you for coming, sir. Okay, with permission from the chairman, I would like to juggle the program a bit more. We're supposed to have exhibition just after the At this juncture, we're going to start giving out certificates to all participating schools. We have a list of 50 schools, and we'll be giving participation certificates to all schools. So in alphabetical order, I'm going to try to mention all the names, and representative from the school will come forward and pick up the certificate. Please, are we okay? Okay, great. Thank you all so much. So Obonu drums, thank you so much for your music. Obonu drums, thank you. We're going to call out the schools, but a representative from the school will come forward and then we'll present the certificate. So, number one, we have Adosu Presby Junior High School. We'll have a rep for that school come and present to pick up the certificate. Presenting the award will be the participation certificate will be Dr. Daniela Sedeka. She's presenting the certificate to. Yeah, all right. Please stand it. Wait. Yeah. We have Akosombo VRJHS Complex 1. Akosombo VRAJHS Complex 1. We have Reverend Moringa Preparatory School. Reverend Moringa Preparatory School. A rep from the school, please. Okay. Followed by Trinity Academy. Trinity Academy. Please clap for them as they come forward for their certificate. Followed by St. Jiferi Methodist JHS. St. Jiferi Methodist JHS. Mhm. Okay. Akuse VRA International School. Akuse VRA International School. Mm. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sedeka. We'll have Dr. Angela Isiado do the next 5 for us. Dr. Angela Isiado, kindly do the next set for us. She'll be presenting the award to Kobo Kobo RC Basic School. Kobo Kobo RC Basic School. Followed by Mensa Dawa Presby Basic School. Okay. Please let's give him a round of applause. Mensa Dawa Presby Basic School. Lamb of God International School. Please follow. Lamb of God International School. Followed by Agomenya Methodist JHS School. Agomenya Methodist JHS, followed by Amazing Grace International School. Amazing Grace International School. May I have Dr. Lloyd Labby do the next 5 for us? Dr. Lloyd Labby. Yes. We'll have Ayikuma Methodist Basic School. Please come for your award. Ayikuma Methodist Basic School. For those with friends at schools that qualify for the next 20 participating schools. Brekusu Presby B Basic School. Please come forward. Brekusu Presby B Basic School. Please be followed by Akupom Methodist Basic School. Asifal DA Basic School. Asifal DA Basic School. Please let's clap for them. Please let's clap for them. They have done well. The next school is Nana Awukubram, the First Methodist Basic School. Nana Awukubram, the First Methodist Basic School. Dr. Fleming, please do the next set for us. Dr. Fleming, please do the next set for us. Thank you, Dr. Lloyd Labby. We have Orange Stars RC Basic School. Orange Stars RC Basic School. Followed by Ekropon Presby JHS. Ekropon Presby JHS. Please followed by Shine International School. Shine International School. Please be clapping. Please be clapping. Thank you very much. Followed by Aveji DA Basic School. Aveji DA Basic School. Aflu Kakoi DA JHS. Japan Textiles Limited Basic School. May I have Dr. Padiko Majite do the next set of titles? Thank you, Dr. Fleming. May we have Japan DARC Basic School. Japan DARC Basic School. May we have Nana Ankopia Taiwa JHS School. Nana Ankopia Taiwa JHS. May I have your representative, please? Please, let's clap for her. Followed by Mampong Presby JHS. Mampong Presby JHS. May we have a custom VRA JHS complex number 2. Custom VRA JHS complex number 2. Thank you, Dr. Padiko. May I have Mrs. Rose Nandara Fanu do the next 5 for us? May I have Bonikope Community Basic School Complex? Bonikope Community Basic School Complex. May I have a representative? Okay. Please keep clapping. Followed by Living Grace Academy. Living Grace Academy. We also have Lilo State MA Basic School. May I have Bright Future Academy? Bright Future Academy. Do we have a representative picking up the award? Jodowa Presby B School. Jodowa Presby B School. Please, let's clap for them. May I have Natriku DARC Basic School pick up their award? Natriku DARC Basic School. Thank you, Mrs. Nandara Fano. Thank you very much. May I have Dr. Stella Nyako do the next set of presentations for us? Word of Faith Christian School. Word of Faith Christian School. Caesar Copper DAJHS. Caesar Copper DAJHS. Please follow. Caesar Copper DAJHS. Please let's give them a round of applause as they come for the awards. Please, he's followed by Shalom Christian Academy. Shalom Christian Academy. Shalom. We have Lolonyo JHS. Lolonya. Lolonya JHS. Please let's give him a round of applause. Lolonya JHS. Ensachi MA School. Ensachi MA School. Thank you, Dr. Selanyako. May we have Dr. McPrice please join us for the next set of awards. May we have Asasawa Anglican JHS join us pick up the award? Asasawa Anglican JHS. Followed by Akosombo International School. Akosombo International School. That's my school. Please, let's give them a round of applause. We have Anyaboni RC Basic School. Please, let's give him a round of applause too. He's followed by Insutem DA Basic School. Insutem DA Basic School. Insutem. Insutem. Ashrea say MAJHS. Thank you, Dr. Makapreko. We'll have Madam Mavis Kisi do the next set of awards for us. Madam Mavis Kisi. Thank you, Doctor. We have St. Peter's RCJHS. St. Peter's RCJHS. Okay. Atwa St. Paul Presby JHS. Atwa St. Paul Presby JHS. That's your school. That's the MC's basic school. Please give him a round of applause. Followed by Nifa DA Basic School. Nifa DA Basic School. Pakro Methodist School. Please follow. Pakro Methodist School. Sege Community JHS number 1. Sege Community JHS number 1. Please, the applause. Keep clapping. Keep doing it. Do it for me. Thank you. We have Mount Mary Demonstration RCJHS. Please, let's give it up for them. Mount Mary Demonstration RCJHS. Please follow Our Lady of Fatima School. Our Lady of Fatima School. And the last but not the least, we have Somanya Methodist School. Somanya Methodist School. Thank you to all the participating schools. You've done extremely well and you've given of your best. We appreciate and acknowledge all that you've done. Next year, we are sure we'll see more of your innovation on the platform. Thank you all so much for to all the participating schools. Let's give them all a round of applause. At this point, we'll take the very special presentation by the Eastern Regional Minister. He promised us something and he's seen it through, he's delivered, and we would like to appreciate to do an official presentation. I'd like to call on Madam Vera Lamle Alote. She'll do the presentation on behalf of the minister.
Thank you very much. Yes. So on behalf of the Eastern Regional Minister, Honorable Seth Kwame Champon, he would like to present this desktop computer to the university. So let's. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. We thank the regional minister. I was telling her how I got the regional minister to give us this computer. On Wednesday, when we put our things together and realized that this is part of the first prize, and we had not got them, so the people told me, say, Prof, we've not got the computer. The door-to-door we collected was not enough to buy a computer. Then I said, okay, let's try this and see. So I first sent the minister a WhatsApp message. I called him, he couldn't pick. I sent him a message. But in the evening, he called me. He said, Prof, is your, I said, yes, I called you. He said, about our progress. Yes. I said, but you know one thing, you have to present a desktop. He said, I said, yes, this one, there's no negotiation, Honorable. You have to present that desktop to us on Friday. Then he said, okay.
Madam Alote, for the presentation. Please extend our appreciation to the Honorable Minister for us. Thank you so much. We are moving on to our next set of awards, certificate for participating districts. There are 10 of them here. And so I would like to call on the Finance Director, Mr. Bafo Ewakwabi, to do the first 5 for us. Please, let's welcome him. The first district, we have the Adan West District. Please, a representative for the Adan West District. Please, let's give him a round of applause. He's picking up the certificate for Adan West. The next is Okre District. Okre District. Followed by North Tong District. North Tong District. May I also have Kuyapim North District. Kuyapim North District. And then we have Kuyapim South District. This is for participating in the competition. This is for participating in the competition. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Kwabi. Mr. Kwabi. Thank you very much. Next. Akwapim South. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kwabi. May I have Mr. Bafo Osayako to take up the next set of 5? We have the Yellow Krobo District. May I have a representative? Yellow Krobo District. Okay. Please, you are followed by the Lower Manya District. Lower Manya District. He's also followed by the Upper Manya district. Upper Manya district. We also have Shai Osudoku district. May I have Bonikope Community Basic School Complex. May I have, thank you, madam. After this, no, do this and after you can do the next one, the last one. We have Living Grace Academy, Basic School.